Every cry is a signal. The signs were always there. You just needed to see them.
The answer is in their signals. When you understand the cry, everything changes. Don't just hear your baby. Understand them.
All right, let's talk about a sound that every single one of us knows, but that can feel like a total mystery: a baby's cry. It can be a lot, right? Super stressful. But what if I told you it's actually a language? And today, we're going to learn how to speak it.
Ah, yes, the big one. Why is my baby crying? I mean, who hasn't asked that? Probably at 3 in the morning. You feel so helpless, like you've tried absolutely everything and nothing is working. It's a tough spot to be in. But what if we just looked at it a little differently?
Because really, it's not just noise. It's a language. A baby's cry is their only tool for telling you what's going on, what they need, what they're feeling. So our goal here isn't just to make the noise stop. It's to figure out what they're actually saying. Okay, let's get into it.
So how do we crack this code? Well, you've got to put on your detective hat. It's all about paying attention to the little things, listening for the type of sound, looking for physical clues, and just thinking about what's been going on. Once you start noticing these patterns, you'll be able to tell one cry from another and feel way more confident. Okay, let's start with the big ones, the basics. Most of the time, babies are crying about immediate physical needs. Things like hunger, pain, or just being uncomfortable. These are the most urgent messages, the ones they really need you to get.
Okay, first up, hunger. This one has a pretty distinct sound. Listen for neh, neh. See? It's kind of rhythmic, almost like they're pleading. And you can often catch it before the crying even starts. If you see them turning their head, looking for something, that's called rooting. Or smacking their lips, that's your signal. The dinner bell is ringing.
Now the pain cry, you'll know this one when you hear it. There's no mistaking it. It's not a slow build-up, it just happens. A sudden, super high-pitched, ear-piercing wail. It's designed to get your attention, like right now. They might even hold their breath for a second after that first scream, and their whole body just gets tense. Fists clenched, everything rigid.
All right, what about a discomfort cry? This one's way less intense than a pain cry. It sounds more like a fussy, kind of choppy, huh, huh. It might come and go. The real giveaway here is the body language. Are they fidgeting, squirming around? This is their way of saying, something's just off. It could be anything: a wet diaper, being a little too hot or cold, or even a scratchy tag on their onesie.
Okay, let's talk about 2 more that can get mixed up: gas and sickness. For gas, you'll hear this jerky sound. It almost sounds like they're trying to push something out, and you'll see them pulling their legs up to their belly. A sick cry, though, is totally different. It's usually really weak, a low-energy whimper. And that's the real clue, right? It's the lack of their normal fire and energy that tells you something might be up.
So we've covered the basics, the physical stuff, but babies cry for other reasons too. It's not always about their body. Sometimes it's about what's going on in their head and how they're handling the world. Let's dive into the emotional and sensory cries.
Ah, the overtired cry. This one can be tricky. It sounds whiny and kind of nasal, and you'll see all the classic signs, right? The yawning, the eye rubbing. But here's the wild part. When a baby gets overtired, their body actually releases cortisol, the stress hormone. It's like a shot of caffeine. So they're completely exhausted, but they're also totally wired. It makes it almost impossible for them to just chill out and go to sleep. And then there's the overstimulated cry. This one can also get pretty intense. It might start out as just fussing, but it can get more and more frantic as their little nervous system just gets overloaded. But here is the #1 absolute giveaway. They look away. They will physically turn their head from you, from the lights, from the noise. It's their way of saying, this is too much, I need a break. So it's really, really important to know the difference between these two, because what you do about them is totally different. If your baby is overtired, the problem is they need to sleep. The solution is a calm, quiet routine to help them wind down. But if they're overstimulated, the problem is too much input.
The solution is to get them out of there. Move to a darker, quieter space so their brain can take a breather.
And this all leads us to the dreaded witching hour. You know what I'm talking about, that fussy period in the late afternoon or evening, but it's not some big mystery. Think of it like a sensory traffic jam. After a whole day of taking in new sights and sounds, their developing little brain just hits a wall. That period of intense crying is just the system trying to reset.
Okay, and finally, there's a cry that is actually a sign that your baby is getting super smart, separation anxiety. When they cry just because you walked out of the room, it's not them being difficult. It means they've hit a huge milestone called object permanence. They've learned that you still exist even when they can't see you, and they want you back. Seriously, it's a cry that shows how much they've learned and how attached they are to you. Okay, so we've got all these different cries, all these different signals. How on earth do you put it all together when you're in the thick of it? Well, it's all about becoming that cry detective we talked about. And I've got a simple framework that's going to help.
Here it is, your 3-step guide. It's super simple. Step 1, listen. Just pause for a second and really listen to the sound. Is it that neh for hunger, a jerky eh, a sudden wail? Step 2, look. What are the physical clues? Are their fists balled up? Are they rubbing their eyes? And step 3, consider the context. Think about it. When did they last eat? How long have they been up? Was it a noisy, busy day? These 3 things together will give you so many answers.
And listen, you have to remember this. The whole point isn't to be a perfect parent who gets it right every single time. Because you won't. Nobody does. The point is just to be there, to be present, and to show your baby that you're trying to understand them. Every time you respond, you're building this incredible foundation of trust and making them feel safe.
So, the next time you hear that cry, instead of panicking, just take a breath. You're not just trying to solve a problem. You're being invited to have a conversation. You have the tools now. You are the #1 expert on your baby. So, what are they trying to tell you?